from page Unit 2. Unit 2. Geography and land features. Yeah. All right. Reading Comprehension 1, Unit 2, Geography and Land Features. Alright, for our lectures today, as a reading comprehension, I hope that everybody will participate the reading process. Let me start. Geographically, this country is located in the southern hemisphere. You know that it's clear that the country that we mean is the United States, because now what you are learning is, American related syllabus. So geographically, when we are talking about in a geographical way, on the earth, it is located in the southern hemisphere. Hemisphere means half of the earth, of the globe. Globe is something like this. So hemisphere is this part. It locates geographically the south, because we have north, east, west, and south. Southern hemisphere. Then the southern means against the north. It is a beautiful country with many large lakes. Lake is a very large basin full of water. This part of the country is very mountainous. The southern hemisphere of the country is full of mountainous, means there are too much mountains and hills. It means like that. The land in this region is dry and parched. Dry and parched. Parched means very dry. There is no rain at all. Rainfall is very scarcity in the place. Parched means like that. Parched means dry. Okay? Parched means dry. Along the northern coast, there are many high cliffs. Land in this region is dry and parched. Excuse me. Okay. Along the northern coast in this country, there are many high cliffs. Cliff is the peak, the highest, the culminate position of the mountain. Cliff. For example, this is a mountain. Here becomes cliff. All right, cliff, the highest place, very mountainous, and there are forests here, forests and plantations. Too much wood in this country, and lumbering is very important. Lumber is a timber. Lumber. Lumbering, something like timber. Materials that are made of wood, such as the doors or the windows, we made from timber. Lumbering is very important in this country because there are a lot of forests, trees, and oaks. The scenery is beautiful near the Pacific Ocean. The scenery means this blended view. Scenery is beautiful. Scenery means the splendid. The appearance is very beautiful. And in the Pacific Ocean, it is clear. This mountain range has many high peaks and deep canyons. Also, this mountain range means limit, extent, the mountain range, where the boundary of the mountains, the range and the limit of the mountains in this country has many high peaks as well as deep canyons. Canyon, it means like deep gorges. Canyon, deep gorges, very, very continuous, chain-like mountain is called canyon. Chain-like mountains. The mountains that can be found in northern Somalia, for example, in Hargeisa and Bora, something like that, we can find canyons. It's a chain of mountains, canyons, right? As well as here, what kind of climate do you have in this country? Climate that we have in this country is mild. Mild means normal, neither hot nor cold. How far it's from the shore of the Atlantic, of the mountains? How far? The distance. Can you tell me the distance between the country and the Atlantic to the mountains? How many kilometers are there between these two ranges? Is the coastal plain good for farming? Coastal. Do you know the land near the sea, the shores, is called a coast. For example, you know that Somali coast starts from Ras Kamboni to Ras Aser, Somali coast. You know Kandala, Ras Afun, you know Hopyo, something. All these are the Somali coast. So according to this country, you know, let me say that is the coastal plain good for farming? Plain means ordinary. Plain means ordinary. Ordinary. You know, is it good for farming? Yes, it is good for farming. Although, you know, farming are different. The people in the coast may have farmings. The people maybe in the south, Somalia may be another farming. But although we know that the southern part of Somalia is good for farming, for agriculture, irrigations, and different kinds of plantations, as well as the coast also. The people in the coast, they do also have farming, right? So what is the longest river in the United States? The longest river in the United States, the longest, for example, I have explained it yesterday here, the longest, all right? The longest is an adjective, isn't it? Yes, who can tell me, you know, as a comparative degree of adjectives, it will be what? Positive or comparative or superlative? Superlative. So what we want to understand is the longest river in the United States. Right? Okay? Longest is the one which has the comparatively